In this video, we're taking a look at names and numbers when it comes to the pre-cut names and numbers from Stahls. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Banks from T-Shirt Stahls, and I help you start t-shirt business from home, wherever you at. And like I said, we're about to give the rundown on names and numbers and how you can make money off of them right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what you can do for me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because I make videos like this all the time. And yes, I mean all the time. So, the other day I got a job come in, and the guy wanted some numbers on the back of some like t-shirt jerseys for a little basketball league, and he brought me this. He just bought me a bunch of random stuff that didn't even match. He didn't have enough numbers or anything. This is a pack. These have no press instructions. They do got some dye blocker. This one here is something completely different than the other ones. So he just bought me a bunch of random stuff, no press instructions. And on top of that, it wasn't even enough. So what I ended up having to do is cut these out of vinyl, which is okay to do, but it could be done a lot faster. If we would have just simply had names and numbers. In the past, I had names and numbers, but this time I didn't, because I haven't done this in quite some time because I stopped printing. So before I jumped into the kits and everything like that, I wanted to go onto Stahls' website. As you guys can see, I'm here on the home page, and I wanted to go and show you guys how to order the kits and what you can order. So pretty much here, you can see all of the names and number options for everything you can do. You can do helmet numbers and just pre-space, all types of stuff. I like to just keep it simple, and we're going to go pre-cut letters and names. Okay, I'm going to go numbers, and I'm only going to do foreground. The background, you can do one or the other, which will give you a bolder one, or you can do both. I'm going to do foreground. I like to do 8-inch for the backs. You can pick from all of these different fonts on our website. I go Pro Block. I'm going to scroll down here. Materials. Again, a ton of different options, a ton of different things you can do. I actually am going to go thermofilm, and then I'm going to go white, and then I'm going to go 170 kit, one of those, and you see the price there is $63. Down here, you can choose a box. I would say choose a 6-section box, and I will get 2 of those, and then I would also double my order and get this in black, the same thing, so that way you have white and black, because you're going to do light and dark based on what you have available to you. So now let's take a look at what comes and what these different options are. So I hit up my folks over at Stahls, and I have some things to show you guys. So Stahls specializes in pre-cut numbers, pre-cut letters, so that you can put names and numbers together. Now, I do not like pre-cut letters because I just don't like having to line them up and do all that stuff. I'll usually just cut those out of vinyl, but I do like to have pre-cut numbers. And then they can also cut your name, as you guys can see, Banks 21. I'm going to show you guys how to press these up a little bit later. I'm going to press up a shirt for Peanut with the Banks and the 21 on it. But I wanted to just kind of go over it. You can get different like sizes. You can get whatever it is that you need, names and numbers pre-cut, ready to go. You can get it the way that you need it. Double layer. You can get single layer. You got like, I like 8 inches, pretty much the standard for a back. But if you're doing some baseball jerseys, you can get some smaller options that can go kind of like, you know, next to whatever underneath the number. You know how that stuff goes on a baseball jersey. You can get a ton of different films. As you've seen, those names and numbers were perforated. They are showing you just different options as well. It's got some sample things to show you guys here. And then I'm going to show you guys what the kit actually looks like. So they have twill ones. All right, this one here is twill. And twill feels, you know, like really, really good. Like this is better for like a baseball jersey. And it gives you somewhat of that embroidered feel to it. As you can see, the edges on this thing are really, really, I guess, detailed in a sense. And then they have some different ones with different perforation. The other ones just had holes in them. This one looks like little hexagons. I think that's the right one. And again, the names. So that's a bit of that there. Let's put this off to the side. And we're going to get over to the actual kit for numbers that I absolutely love. Okay, so now that we got that all the way, let's go ahead and get to the kit here. These come in 170 piece packs. They're roughly around $63, $64, which comes out to about 50 cents per number, which is really good. I sell these for $3 for a single number and $4 for a double number. And it basically saves you a ton of time ganging it up and doing all that stuff. While it is cost effective on vinyl, because vinyl sheet is probably somewhere around $2.67 per 12-inch sheet, and then you can fit a few on there. It'll pretty much bring you right around the same price, around 50 cents per letter. The ones are a little bit cheaper, but you get what I'm getting at, right? But the time that you save in having to line them up and do all of that stuff, it definitely will save you a lot of time, and just having these able to grab and go, it's pretty good. Now, I do like to cut the names so that way it's easy to line up. I'll cut the names myself and go ahead and line those up. So, like I said, around 64 bucks, 50 cents each there. And then you have this storage container. Now, somehow I ended up with the one that has 12 containers. These don't actually fit in here. They do have another one with 6 slots. So what I went ahead and did is I went ahead and took the box that these came out of, and I'll pop it up next to me here, and I made these dividers, and I'm actually going to remake these dividers just because I wanted to actually do it the other direction. But basically, this has now 6 slots, and now these actually fit. All I got to do is hit the bottoms of these with some glue, a glue gun, a hot glue gun, and we'll be good to go. And you need 2 boxes in order to fit them all in there, each one of them. That's the heat press warming up behind us so that we can go ahead and press one up, right? But nonetheless, we need the 6 containers. So when you order your kit, make sure you get the 6 slots. And then that way, I just want to turn them the other way so that when we open the box, we'll see the numbers and then you'll be good to go. So I went ahead, like I said, and made this divider. I'm going to just hit this thing with some hot glue at the bottom and they'll stay in place. And then that way you can grab and go. I like to put black and white in the same slots and stack them on top of each other and close the kit. And when it's time, we will be good to go there. So you'll fit 6 in one and the rest of them in the other one. And you'll have some empty slots. If you got some tape or whatever else you may use, you can leave it in that empty slot there. So now that we've talked about everything that they have to offer, let's head over to the actual press and press up a name and number and show you guys exactly how to line them up to close out the video. Okay, so right now I'm at the press and I want to give you guys some tips for lining things up. I'm pressing a U-shirt, but the tips I'm going to give you guys are pretty much standard across the board. So first thing I do is I load my collar right at the top, right? I rarely ever thread my shirts, just rarely, unless I'm having some type of difficulties. Okay, you're going to want to put the name within 1 inch of that right there. That'll put you somewhere around 3.5 inches. Let me get the ruler to double check my math, right? So 3.5 inches. Ooh, that boy is good, right? That'll put you somewhere right across the back plate. Now, this is a 3-inch name, the 3-inch in height. Okay, normally it might be like a 2-inch name depending on what it is you're doing, because you won't get, like, you see how wide this 5 letters is. If you had 8 letters, this thing will be shoulder to shoulder. So normally you're talking about a 2-inch name, and then you're gonna go ahead and place the number about 1 inch underneath of that. So you think about that. We wanna be, if we're just pressing the number, we wanna be about 5.5 inches from the collar. So this is about 3 off. We wanna be up around about 5.5, 6 inches. I'm gonna say 6 inches. This is a U-shirt, so I'll probably come up to 5, but I would say for an adult, we want to be about 6 inches from the collar. And look at that. Beautiful, right? Because we got the collar hanging. We got another 3 inches off the press, which we know is my 4 fingers. You got to get your measurement down for where you want to be. And if I was just pressing the number, this is where I would be. But I'm pressing the name and the number. So I'm going to go ahead and line my name up here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the backing. I'm gonna make this for Peanut. I'm gonna move it up slightly, about 1/2 inch. And I'm gonna make sure it's centered. This number here is perforated slightly this way, about right there. Some of these smaller ones, it's a little hard to tell. That looks good. And then I'm going to pop my back off. And should be right about the same distance. And I'm going to go about 1 inch down below that. And I'm going to center it up there. Step back. That looks straight. It does. I'm just going to double check. Beautiful. I'm going to check the sides here. And the side there. Normally, I would be rolling through this. I would kind of have it lined up. It does get hard when you're just placing like separate numbers and things. So you're going to have to get like kind of used to it as that goes. I'm going to press this here. I'm actually in Celsius right now. Switch that over. Okay. 330. I'm going to press this for 8 seconds. So the normal typical pack that we order, I normally order Thermofilex, which is the thermal film pre-cut numbers. They get pressed for 8 seconds. If you got 2 layers, the first layer get pressed for 2 seconds, and then the top layer will get pressed for 10 seconds. So we got our name and number, we got our placement, and take a look at that. That looks good. So names and numbers are something that you again can do. Add value to it, and it'll cost you little to nothing. I definitely like having the numbers pack from Stahls for like just the regular things. And they got a bunch of different styles on their website that you can choose, a bunch of different fonts, a bunch of different finishes and materials. Again, keeping it basic for like teams and clubs. You know, you just kind of rock with what you want. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about names and numbers. Is this something that you use in your business? And I'll put a link to everything down in the description below. This has been your boy Stan Vex from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.